Hey, welcome to another trade Z-Cap. Day is July 16, 2025. It is a Wednesday, and I just got done taking a loss. That's just how I'm gonna put it. Let's go over it. By the way, on my Twitter, if you're not following my Twitter, you should be following my Twitter. Um, just last night I requested a $40,000 payout on Apex. So we're waiting on those to get approved. That's why I didn't take a trade on my Apexes today. But yeah, on the accounts we're down 567 today. Um, and on my other accounts, yeah, it's a red day. It's a red day. It happens. I'm just glad we followed our plan, and that's all we can do. Just let's just get right into it. So coming into the market today, PPI came out um, at 8:30, and it created this bullish gap that we had to the upside. This one right here, where London highs got set, and if you notice, there's no Asia highs. There's nothing left. So there was only London highs because Asia highs already got took out by this candle. Asia low bin got took out by London. So after we swept out London highs, I knew we were gonna come down because there's no other objective for us to target, right? Now it was just waiting for the setup. We were targeting London lows today, obviously, because all the other objectives already got taken out. So where else price can go, you know? Off this, we would have gone our setup off of this fair value gap already. Our candle closure, the fair value gap, the trend overall after the sweep, and yeah, this would have been our entry right up here because this is the candle closure on the 1 minute. This is the retest, and we would have called it super early. But the one reason I didn't take this trade because it was at 9:32. Now listen, guys. Market just opened at 9:30. I'm not looking to take a trade for at least 10 minutes of market open. I need to let the market breathe. Need to let what New York is going to do, and what's different than New York and London is going to be the volume. Obviously, you can see the volume spikes already. Obviously, us United States traders, we trade the Nasdaq. It's big for us. That's why whenever New York opens, there's gonna be a lot of volume. So for me to what you call it, keep that into perspective, I know that I don't take a trade whenever market had just opened, and I'm always gonna stick by it because this was one reason. This was one like setup that had played out. There's countless others that don't play out because it's just simply just too early in the morning and the market doesn't have an idea of where it wants to go. So it's good to acknowledge it, but I'm gonna keep this in the rules that I'm gonna follow my rules. I'm not gonna let one bad day change what's been working for me for these past couple of months and up to a year, honestly, with the strategy. So we would have gotten this. It would have been an easy day, anyways. So the next fair value gap I was waiting on was this one right here. Um, we were testing it, came down, bounced up, came down. Never had a 1 minute candle closure. We finally get our 1 minute candle closure, but price never retested. Um, my another rule of thumb that I have is after the price, after the candle closes, if it runs 20 plus points, I'm not gonna take the trade. So even if this would have ran 20 points and retested, I would have not been in the trade because it's part of my rules. Once it runs off, I'm not gonna chase the trade. We had this fair value gap marked on the 5 minutes, as you guys can see right up here. Um, and yes, we were near lows. So this was the risk that we took, obviously, and obviously didn't play out in our favor. And I'm not here to not admit it. Whenever there's wins, there's gonna be losses. That's just trading. Not everyone's gonna be able to win every single day. That's just unrealistic. But this fair value gap that we had, if we would have took it, well, on the 15 minute there was no fair value gap. So on the 5 minute we had the fair value gap. We waited on the 1 minute candle closure below, which we get right up here. This was our candle closure. I mean, this was a candle retest, which this is when we got in our position. Price started chopping up a little bit. We saw a total of 19 points. And if you guys know how I trade, I'm all out at 20 points. We were 1 point away from having a green day, honestly. Um, and it just sucks. I'm not gonna take profits early because you just once you have your entry, once you have your exit and your take profit, once you set all of that up, from there you do not touch the trade. You let it go. That's the only thing you can control is your entry and your timing in the market. After that, whatever it does, it's out of your reach. You gotta take the emotions out of it. You can't just move your stop loss. You can't move your take profit. Once everything is set in place, you just let it. And it sucks. It really sucks that we were a point away and we ran back up to our stop loss and we got stopped out. But I'm just glad we followed our rules today. The bias, ultimately, I mean, I feel like we are gonna hit London lows eventually today because, I mean, we're just bearish on the day. But yet again, I'm not just gonna go into another trade because like, oh, we're bearish. No, you have to follow your rules. These rules that you have set for yourself, you get really tested on them whenever it's a red day or you're having like a losing trade because you want to revenge trade. You want to make back the money. You do not want to be down. I know nobody wants to be down. This is where your psychology comes into play. This is where your risk management comes into play. If you weren't already okay with losing that amount, why were you ever in the trade? I've had a lot of people telling me that, oh, we just took a big loss, this, that. And I mean, all I tell them is it's kind of their fault because of the risk. You know, you don't always have to go with a mini like I do. If you can't afford to take the risk based on your drawdown, based on your accounts, you can always size down. You know, if your drawdown is at $1,000, you cannot take a trade with one mini. Why? Because you will get rinsed. You have to, everybody has their own story in a way. Everybody's account is different than mine. So I can only speak for myself in a way. Anytime there's a drawdown, anytime I'm below the buffer, I'm not trading a mini. I'm trading micros. I'm building my way up. And once I'm there, then I scale up to a mini. And then it obviously expedites the process faster to a payout. But getting to that point, that's the slow grind. That's all trading is, guys. It's a marathon. I have been doing this for almost 6 years now. I'm 21. I started when I was 15. There's gonna be losses, there's gonna be wins, there's gonna be lessons. It's all a part of a journey. And here's another thing I want to talk about. People just want to get rich, like with trading, all of that. But if I give you a lot of money, you're not gonna be able to maintain it because you never knew the struggle. You never knew what it took to make that money if I just gave it to you, you know? So it's not so much about getting rich or getting all this money. It's about the journey that it takes you there. All the lessons that you're going to learn going on that journey, you're going to use later in your life. So you have to take every lesson into account, whether it's a bad lesson, whether it's something good. You have to weigh both ways. But yeah, we did take a L today. I'm just super, super happy with the community because even after we take a L, bro, they're not mad because they understand it. They know it's all a part of a game. And this is why I love my community. Um, I've seen it happen to other communities where they all get down and it's just a bad environment. We like to keep our hopes up and the vibes. So even if we're taking a loss, we're having a good time. At the end of the day, not everything is about trading, guys. Life is amazing. We're so blessed to be able to do this. We're literally sitting on our desk making money left and right. If that's not a blessing, I don't know what is. We're all in AC. We don't have to worry about going out in the heat working, you know. At least I don't because I'm a full-time, but I'm trying to get everybody to be a full-time trader because this is amazing. Like I love what I do. I wake up every morning. I'm happy to trade. Doesn't matter the outcome. Doesn't matter if I'm winning on the day. Doesn't matter if I'm break even or I take a loss. Everything is gained to an account. It's all a part of my journey. It's all a lesson for me. So this is why this is how I keep my hopes high. I don't get down on myself if I take a trade, if I take a bad trade. I know that I am following my system that is proven and that works. I just took out another $40,000. It's pending. I hope it gets approved. Apex, if you're watching this, please approve my payout, man. But yeah. So that's why I didn't take my trade on the Apexes because once they take out the balance, then I can start trading again. But yeah, that's this trade Zcap for today. I'm sorry if I talked a lot, but usually whenever somebody takes a loss, you just have to talk yourself into making sure that everything is okay. It's not the end of the world, you know. So that's the trade recap for today. Tomorrow we will be live again at 9:30. If you want to join the premium Discord, link is in the bio. We had about 95 people here, guys. When I tell you, I was this close to closing my Discord server a couple months ago because I was just like, dude, I'm not growing. This is not for me. I should just trade on my own, because I don't make that much money off Discord. And it's not about making money with the Discord. I genuinely want to look out for these people. I meet so many good people on Discord. I hear their stories. They talk to me. It's an amazing thing. I love Discord. And I'm not doing it for the money. I make my money with trading. And there's proof. There's people that trade. There's people that sell a course. I trade because I make money with trading. Okay. So before you do your research, before you join a premium Discord, please do your research. Okay. But yeah, that's gonna be the trade recap. We're gonna be here tomorrow morning. If I take another trade, you're gonna see my beautiful face again. And as always, if you're taking a trade today after seeing this video, please be careful. Keep on trading, and I'll talk to you guys later, man. I love y'all. Peace. Have a great day.